If you did bow your heads and pray, please. Lord, we're so thankful to be here tonight. Thank you, you blessed us, our city, your hand of protection and blessing has been on us, Lord. I ask you, Lord, that you would search our hearts, Lord, as we make decisions tonight that would affect our entire population and the businesses and the people that come to our city, God. Help us be wise in the things that we do tonight. We ask God that you would bless us and continue to protect all of our citizens in our city here. In the name of Jesus, we pray and ask these things, Lord. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Michelle, could we have to call the roll, please?
Yes, sir. Jim Hanson.
Here.
Jennifer White. Here. Adam Bourne. Claire Broadhead.
Here.
Nash Campbell.
Here.
J.R. Rawls.
Here.
Ken Sterry.
Thank you. Before we approve the adoption of the agenda, there's a missing item here, which I'd ask the council to please write in public comment. That is after accounts payable, is that right?
Yes, sir.
So maybe that'll be full miscellaneous business announcement. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda as amended?
So moved.
Motion by Jennifer White, second by J.R. Rawls. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Prior to the meeting, the minutes were circulated and there was a correction noted. Is there a motion to approve the minutes as corrected from our last meeting?
Motion to approve. Amended.
Second.
Motion by Jim Hanson, second by Jennifer White. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
I'd like to abstain.
Okay. Moving now to our business items. The first item is a routine business. The city has 3 bridges. We have what is labeled the Eloise Club's bridge that goes over the viaduct there. We have what is on Viaduct Road that some call, it's not really named this, but folks call it the Mike Box Bridge on Viaduct Road, and we have one on Barraterra. These are 3 bridges that the city owns, and periodically we have to have those inspected. So this first item is to approve bridge inspections for 23-24, not to exceed an amount of $30,000.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Jennifer White, second by J.R. Rawls. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The next item is city school board appointee. April is when we do this. This is our last meeting, and up for reappointment is Jenny Parker. Jenny Parker is one of the city's original board members, and she has expressed interest in continuing on for another 5-year term on her role as the school board. Is there a motion to approve the reappointment of Jenny Parker?
I'll make the motion that we reappoint Jenny Parker.
Second.
Motion by Ken Sterrett, second by Jim Hanson. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The next item is a resolution. And this is resolution number 2310, authorizing a lump sum salary supplement for City of Chickasaw full-time employees that qualified for this. This will be effective on May 1st. This will be distributed in 2 tranches. $1,500 for 2023 and $1,500 for 2024. This amount will not exceed $100,000. This will be $3,000 in total for each eligible city employee. The source of this funding is the American Rescue Act, and this is eligible funding. Some other cities have done this. And this is a measure that is most desperately needed because comparatively, many of our employees are underpaid in comparison to other cities. We are not in a place at this point to do an across-the-board wage adjustment. We did some raises recently, but we cannot do another. We can take this measure. So this is a measure to retain the city employees that we have now while we work on measures to make something more lasting, something more long-term, because we are not competitive as a city, and we have to compete not with just other cities around us, but with the county and the state. And there are a lot of cities that pay their employees a lot more than we do. We have a lot of good employees, and they really deserve this, and I hope that this will lead us in the steps of making something that will be more lasting for our employees in the future. So that is resolution number 2310 explained. Is there a motion to approve?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Jim Hanson, second by Ken Starrett and J.R. Rawls. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Hold on, I can't clap. Somebody clap. That's like really big. Thank you.
Accounts payable, we have in line, $48,957.85.
Is there a motion to put these in line for payment?
Just for clarification on that, that was for some renewal of, software required and some of the shipments for the rock
What item are you
personnel board.
asking, Councilman Rawls?
We got 1041 is gonna be personnel board payout, which is gonna increase it for this month, that's required, and then, 171 was the rock shipment, and 42 is the, security software updates.
Rock shipment was because Fox Street, which is a street that is scheduled on pay-as-you-go, was in such bad shape that and residents that live on that street, I think there are about 6, were having difficulty navigating the road. Emergency response vehicles were having some difficulties as well. So we made the investment in the rocks and having that spread.
That's on the side of the irrigation, this is over on that side too, right?
Pardon?
Irrigation ditch that runs, adjacent to Fox there as well.
Yes. And what was the other item you were asking about?
We had the security software update,
Where's that?
top of the same page, be item 4442.
That's the yearly
Of the
fee for that.
hardware.
Yeah, that's the
Annual.
security cameras that we have.
And just offering some insight as far as why there was an increase for this year as well.
Was that a standard increase, Michelle, for the driven security?
So I'm talking about as a whole.
Oh,
He's
The
like,
amount
for
for
the
the
last
total?
month,
maybe a
this month,
little
accounts payable.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay,
That's it.
all
I
right.
think it just all hit kind of about the same time.
All right. Did we answer?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Is there a motion to put accounts payable in line for payment?
So moved.
Motion by Jennifer White, second by Ken Starrett. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, public comments.
So sorry, Cheryl Lynn? You come up to the podium, state your name and address.
How y'all doing tonight? My name is Cheryl Lynn, my address is 157 10th Avenue. I was, here to complain about the way things are going. I've been here since, 2007. I've been living in Chickasaw on 10th Avenue. And I have seen a tremendous change. A big change. In the last 4 years, it's extremely changed. And everything around here has been terrible. And I've been buying my house, rent to own, and now I'm through paying for it. I just got through paying for it this month, was my last month. And I got through paying for my house, and now I got to live in this. But when I started buying this house in 2007, I loved it. I loved the neighborhood. I loved everything about it. And I was more than willing to you know, to buy the house. I love my house, but I don't love the things that going on around everywhere now. I mean, people are doing what they wanna do. I even got a ticket for having my basketball goal out on the street. I got a ticket for that way back. But now, everybody basketball goal is on the street, nobody gets tickets. Sometimes they get ticket if I go up and complain about it. Sometimes they get ticket if I go up and complain about their yard not being cut. You know, and the grass growing up real tall. The church over on 9th Street, the grass going all the way around the fence. So when you go up to the stop sign, if a child riding a bicycle up and down the street, a child come out from behind that bush where that church is on 9th Street, where the grass is up so high on the fence and the bush is up so high. And if a child riding a bicycle, my grandson ride up and down that street, and the car come by and don't see that child because that grass is up so high and the bushes is up so high. And it's just a lot of bushes growing up, a lot of empty houses, nobody's doing what, I mean, the guy, if I go to him to complain, I can't think of his name. It's the inspector. Everything I say to him and go to him and complain about, but I can't do it all by myself. I can't see all these houses, I can't do it all by myself. Everything I complain to him about, he go get him tickets, get him warning, he does his job. But he cannot do it all by himself. He had help before. He has no help. No help. And the officers, they used to ride him down the alley and everything. We don't have enough officers no more. I don't know what's happening to our officers. I don't know what happened to a lot of stuff that's going on in Chickasaw. I'm just concerned.
Thank you, Ms. Matt.
Next person we have is John Clark.
Good evening. Got two things, I'll be quick. My
Mr.
understanding,
Clark, I'm sorry, you have to state your address too.
oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay, sorry.
I've been here so many times, I thought everybody knew it by now.
It's just a
264 West Lee Street, Chickasaw. And please drive by my house that's recently been renovated. And it'll be right next to Bill Vagan's, ice shaving business. So, I welcome you to, I'm so proud of my house now. My parents bought their house in 1956, and it looks great. That's my opinion. Two things. My understanding that, the city is without a K-9 unit at this time. I wanted to know if the city would be interested in me researching, grants that may be available, identifying. I would have to turn them over to the city because the grants require that it be filed by the law enforcement agency. My question is, if there's any interest, please let me know and I'll be happy to do that. Second thing, last meeting, y'all mentioned the program that the high school is doing on renovations on the city-owned property. I just think that's fantastic. My question is, have you considered a similar group of volunteers analogous to, say, Habitat for Humanity, but obviously not building houses, but may be able to assist with some repairs with own city property? I have no idea about liabilities or any of that thing, anything of that nature. I just wanted to address that issue. And with that said, I would like to volunteer, if the city so needs, my skills and expertise working, volunteering on the Brooks Park, on the William Brooks Park, renovation. Instead of going through everything, I'm handing out resumes so that you know, we'll have the opportunity to look and see if I have a skill set that you think would be useful to the city. I did it under 3 minutes.
Thank you.
And next is Dakota Bewley.
is Dakota Bewley. I live at 2 Oak Street, and I'll be speaking on the budget. I wasn't prepared for the $1,500 raise when I wrote this, but I think that's absolutely amazing. It's great that you guys are doing that for the police officers or all the employees. So now I'm fine. The city of Chickasaw is losing employees from the police department at an alarming rate. The amount Chickasaw offers in salary just can't compete with the offers of surrounding cities. We need to take action, and fast. I believe a raise in our current officers' hourly pay rates and a raise in the hourly pay rates of prospective new officers is possible now, before any property tax raises. Other cities, such as Robertsdale and Dauphin Island, are able to pay dollars more with a similar amount in revenue. Chickasaw can raise hourly pay rates with a simple plan. Step 1. Lower public safety equipment budget by replacing funds with grants and fundraising. I have 3 grants here that I think are valuable to our public safety currently. There's the Firehouse Subs Foundation grant, which I had talked to with J.R. Rallis before. It's for $35,000. There's also the Project Safe Neighborhoods grant. It doesn't list how much it's for, but it does help with training and in neighborhoods that need a little bit more help. It does give out money for that. Then there's also the Bulletproof Vest Partnership, which gives $1,500 for new bulletproof vests. We also have done about $3 grand in fundraising, and I'd like to see a bit more of that. Step 2, we can reduce vehicle expenses by auctioning off old vehicles and leasing new vehicles instead. I don't have the numbers that I really need to correct these, but I do know that the vehicle expenses are very high, and it's because we have old vehicles that need a lot of maintenance. So I've also noticed that the police safety vehicles, many of them are unused, and they could be auctioned off for money. In step 3, we can bring more money into the city. At Brooks Park, it's an honor system right now, but I believe that if we installed a camera, the fees would be insured to be collected. We could also offer seasonal passes for people who come there very often, just to try to encourage them to come more often. We could also do things like have a swim team for our city pool with swim meets and concessions, and offer dance classes for all ages at the Civic Center. And finally, we could recruit new businesses with a community day to showcase those businesses that we have currently. And I think it's the Chamber of Commerce could come and recruit. If applied correctly, this plan could free up and generate between 50 grand to 100 grand in the budget that could be put towards public safety salary.
Thank you.
If I could, just one thing you mentioned about was raises, what we just approved, it ends up being $125 a month for the next 2 years to every employee. So that's, we try to help as much as we can.
Yeah, that's amazing.
No miscellaneous business or any announcements? Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion by J.R. Rawls, second by Jennifer White. Jennifer White?
That's me.
All those in favor? Aye. We stand adjourned. Thank you all for coming.